it was our fans, you know, it's people that like our music that came out there. I just kind of want to put my arms around everybody and just...
It was our fans. You know, it's people that like our music that came out there. I just kind of want to put my arms around everybody and just kind of like protect them and just make it better here with this. This is a man who saw what happens when someone is out of control with their guns. He's got, folks from the Black Lives Matter movement, and I find it so interesting that never ever occurred to Jason or the writers that that's what these folks were doing. It seems like Jason Aldean is finally breaking his silence after addressing the current issue with his song Try That in a Small Town. On top of this, he also slammed Whoopi Goldberg for dragging his music and explaining the truth behind his craft. But wait, there's more, because the source revealed that Jason won't let Whoopi walk away without making her pay for her nasty comments. In fact, another article suggested that the concentration is suing Whoopi Goldberg, The View, and CMT for allowing such behavior, which means Whoopi is in big trouble. Ike literally. So what exactly did Jason do? And how did Whoopi react? Let's find out. After realizing his song, Jason Aldean faced a huge amount of backlash from celebs who accused him of being insensitive. One of them was Whoopi Goldberg, and let's just say the actress is very vocal about her opinions about Jason's song. During an episode of The View, Whoopi slammed the singer and dragged her song onto national TV. She didn't stop there. She even called Jason very nasty names and proceeded to explain why he wasn't allowed to make a song about a very sensitive topic. To be exact, Whoopi was pretty concerned about the imagery and the music, which showed confrontations between Black Lives Matter protests and police during the 2020 protests. He talks about life in a small town, and it's different, and he chose these images. But this is not the end of it, because the host continued to dissect the song and its alleged message, which didn't really align with Jason well. At least that's what Whoopi was suggesting when she said, while things are already out of hand, the other co-host of the show decided to share their 2 cents about the matter, which basically made it worse than it already was for Sunny. Host in the song reminded her of stories she heard from her parents who used to live in South Carolina. The host described her experiences as a kid, saying, "My mother and father, because they were an interracial couple, were run out of South Carolina by the KKK. Don't tell me that. My father is still affected by that." Not only was he aware of what he was doing by using that imagery, he embraces that imagery. While sentiments like these are valid, it still didn't give the show the right to call Jason and his music annoying and label him with very nasty accusations as a result. The issue blew up and broke. We can all agree that not everyone was pleased with what they saw, especially given that the show already has a history of being troublesome. Internet fans actually had a mixed reaction to how Whoopi in The View handled the matter, but I suppose there were some positive responses as well. Not to mention that Whoopi had previously been suspended for her remarks. This occurred after she made outrageous remarks about a very delicate subject, such as the Holocaust. Crazy, right? She was punished for her actions, and her suspension was immediately ordered. Kim Godwin, president of ABC News, announced the suspension in a statement that read, "Effective immediately. I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments." The entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish colleagues, friends, family, and communities. Surprisingly, or maybe not, Whoopi started offending people in the industry as well. Most of them did not expect such unruly behavior from someone like her. Meg McCain was one of them. The 37-year-old author of Bad Republican denounced Goldberg's views in a tweet, experiencing her disappointment, saying, "I hate commenting on my old employer because I have moved on in every way a person can move on. That being said, I am an activist against anti-Semitism, and it is a big part of my life." She added, "The growing threat is real and virulent, and everywhere I am heartbroken about what was said." Well, Whoopi ended up with an apology after the backlash went over the roof. In the tweet, the actress wrote on Today's show, "I said that the Holocaust is not about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. I should have said it is about both." As Jonathan Greenblatt from the Anti-Defamation League shared, the Holocaust was about the Nazis' systematic annihilation of the Jewish people, who they deemed to be an inferior race. I stand corrected, but guess what? A few days after saying sorry about her insensitive comments, she was once again reported to have commented about the same. At this point, fans had enough, and people continued calling her out for not being sincere enough with her promises to become better. She was dragged on the internet because of this, and comments about her being a liar and not feeling sorry at all were mentioned, flooding every social media platform. One fan wrote, "She's not sorry, she's in wealth preservation mode." How about a 15-minute segment on The View where you all emote about how wrong you were, while another mentioned that she was just trying to keep her job and wrote she's only sorry because she got fired for his big mouth. You might think that this is enough to make her learn her lesson. While surprised, she didn't learn any lessons. In fact, she continues to act very unprofessional, and fans wanted her out of the show. Worst of all, everyone wanted to cancel The View all at once. For the record, she had apologized several times, but it was just a vicious cycle of apologizing and committing the same mistakes she promised she would never do again. For example, Whoopi previously made offensive claims when she referred to Kyle Rittenhouse as a murderer. Naturally, he has now threatened to sue her for the damage she has caused him. Rittenhouse specifically named The View host Whoopi Goldberg as well as eager host of the left-wing socio-political news program, The Young Turks. On top of this, he also revealed his plans to take matters to court, saying that we're going to hold everybody who lied about me accountable, such as everybody who lied, called me a white supremacist. They're all going to be held accountable, and we're going to handle them in a courtroom. One fan wrote, "Sorry, but Whoopi is not sorry. She is just trying to get out of a lawsuit." Another fan added he should take action against her and the others as well. And let's not forget the station allowing the show to air. Speaking of more lawsuits, close sources close to the singer revealed that Jason is actually preparing to bring matters to court. It was reported that Jason has filed a $40 million defamation lawsuit against Whoopi, Sunny Joy, and the other hosts of ABC's The View, claiming that he is taking the advice of counsel and doing so. The lawsuit was filed in the 65 District Court of Writs and Motions and seeks restitution from both the show and the people who called Aldean racist. If you think this is bad enough, then wait until you hear what Jason's lawyers have to say in their statement. His counsel added she needs to pay for her little stunt. They all do. Their behavior wasn't just abhorrent, it was un-American. However, while these reports caused a lot of tension between the two, it seems like the initial article reporting about the matter was false. But it doesn't mean Jason is not going to do anything. In fact, Jason had also come out and defended his song from all the backlash he received on